Hey, what's up guys? This is Netta from Inner Peace with Netta, and on today's video I'm going to read you a poem that I had wrote for a spoken word event. So here it goes. Master Onion, aka Alchemist. I am making a conscious effort to be bold, be courageous on my inner healing journey. I am on the path to becoming a Master Onion, aka Alchemist. My journey has been painful, liberating, hard, fun, and rewarding. I have become an onion as I peel back the layers and rediscover myself. I'm on my quest and speaking my truth and owning it. First layer, I look in the mirror. As I stare into my soul, I'm on the quest to live my truth and be authentic. But wait, here comes that shadow that used to hide under my bed as a child and scare me to sleep. The one that instilled anger in my heart, the same shadow that replayed the pain, betrayal, negative thoughts, unworthiness, lack of self-love, self-sabotage, self-hate, worry, guilt, and resentment that manifested in my life at one point, at one time or another, but no more. Second layer, this time I am awake. I am aware, I am committed, I am growing, I am honoring myself and acknowledging my emotions and validating myself. I became accountable for myself 100%. I now step up and stand up for myself. I got work to do. Third layer. Well, damn. This layer has Niagara Falls streaming out of my soul's portal. It's all healing and releasing. I face my past pains that were triggered. You know, all the trauma and dysfunction we claim as normal and suppress or repress. The hushed secrets of generational cycles of sexual trauma, neglect, abandonment, abuse, toxic relationships, soul death, and codependency. Damn, this layer is thick, but I break this cycle. I choose to stay awake. There is no turning back. I hear and feel my ancestors in spirit cheering me on. They are my dream team within. They told me, you get stuck, you rot, or you heal and grow. Choose wisely. Fourth layer. This is when you make the choice. Walk in love or fear. It's only room for one. Which do I choose? Which will you choose? Well, fear will replay the pains of the past as love will set you free from it. I choose love. I need it to heal and share with others. Love is the way. Loving me 100%, including my shadow. I go within as everything I've ever needed is already within me. Like an onion, the nutrients, juices, and flavor are within. But you must pull back the layers. I advise everyone to go on your own quest to your authentic self. That's where you connect with the divine within. It's all about love. Don't let anyone tell you different. Continue your quest and become the Master Onion. Become the best version of you. Follow your inner guiding heart. Fifth layer. Notice. Here's a notice. This quest is continuous. There is just higher levels. People will come and go, but most of all, you will have the ones that appreciate you when you do the inner work of healing and exploring. New you, new crew, new life. We attract what we are, so be what you want to attract. Be good to you and others will follow suit or fall off. Love you and all will follow or fall. Remember, rejection is protection. You're one step closer to what's for you. Sixth layer, new lesson. Self-care, self-love, compassion, humility, creativity, inner strength, self-respect, unbreakable faith, honesty, balance, inner peace, harmony, forgiveness, commitment, resilience, perseverance, selflessness, and detachment are just some of the keys of the journey. Use them. Embrace you 100% always. Embrace giving and receiving. Reciprocity, not transactional. Uplift others, never break them down. Be the master onion. Lead with your new life and new narrative. Change your story by living inside out, never outside in. Reprogram your mental and surrender all thought you knew. March to the beat of your own drum. Transmute those wounds into wisdom. Be the master onion, aka Alchemist. So yes, guys, that is the poem that I wrote, and that's how I was like really feeling. That's how I feel about this journey. You know, a little more lenient on my shadow side, because your shadow side, you know, before I wrote this, it's actually battling with your negative ego. So your shadow side really ain't trying to hurt you, but when you don't face your shadow side and you fear it, and you don't face your fear, it would look like a big ugly monster when it just wants to be loved, just like any other aspects of you, you know. So yeah, I wrote this last year, and it was like my first spoken word. You know, I was hyped. I was like, yeah, Master Onion. Nah, I was hyped, but I was shaking on stage. But yeah, that's how I really truly feel about this journey. Like, you just peeling layers about yourself, and that's really it. Like, you gotta go with your, this is like a time when you go with your intuition and you flow. Not saying that you don't use your intellect, but your intellect only take you so far. And what I've learned that is you cannot force nothing in this life. It's just it's energy. Like, you know, you fight for your dreams and things of that nature, but it's an inner work that you have to do, you know, and you fight in that inner critic, you know. Well, you don't really fight it, you have to love it, but you can't be passive. You have to have assertiveness. You ain't got to be aggressive, but you have to have that assertiveness, that balance to go through and navigate through life to get where you need to be. You know, vulnerability is strength, and you could tell your story and things of that nature, but be real and authentic about it. And that was, you know, how I really felt. Like, you know, people and families having generation cycles, and it's just like, well, we did this for so long, yeah, but that shit does not work, you know. And that's in society too. We have all this, you know, a system where you have these illusions about races and different isms when it does not make sense. It does not make sense. And it actually is something to distract you from being a sovereign being, you know, and being self-reliant. Because if you can stay in victim consciousness, then that means you don't grow and you stay at a low vibration, and that's in fear. So having a system that makes you stay in fear, it makes you self-reliant, that if you don't have that support from a system that's broken, and actually we built this system and given, you know, your power away. No, that's not what it is. You are responsible and accountable for you, your actions, your thoughts, your emotions. Point blank, period. And that's what you're awakening up to. Because we're responsible for all our choices, everything. No one can't make you do anything that you don't want to do. Or no one can force an emotion or anything. No one can't force you, and you will have to fight, even if it's something physical. You know, say no. This is, you know, there's certain things that has happened, and historically in history, but it's because people were in fear. If you are on a vibration of love and you're not in fear, and you know yourself, then certain things wouldn't happen. you know. And yeah, yeah, like there's just, every race has their generational curses or cycles. Everyone, you know, everyone. We have this in society, you know, like sexual traumas and things like that. Um, it needs to be talked about. And it happens on both women and men. Women, you don't hear it as much because it's not being talked about, but it's just as much. And even if it may not be equal, but it happens, you know. And that's just things that people just like let go, you know, just, oh, that's normal, or hush, hush, we don't talk about that. No, let's get these people some help, both some help, because there's something within that's not in alignment, you know. So, and do know you can peel back your layers and change. You could be whatever you want to be. The only thing I would tell you is be authentic. Be your true self and explore that and find that. And it is a process. And yes, it can be frustrating. And it's only frustrating because we live in a world where it's, you better have yourself together. You better know this. You better know that. You better have this degree. You better be making a certain type of money by a certain type of age. You better be married or have kids or have this certain car. Have these clothes. Nah. This is your life. In the beginning, it is you. In the middle, it is you. In the end, it will be you. So live by your own rules. But of high integrity, character, of course, unconditional love, harmony, balance, having that inner salvation. You understand? So having that and being, thinking highly of yourself, knowing that you are great, and know that you are one with your humanity, but also know that you are human. You know, you're spiritual being having a human experience, and this is your spiritual playground. But do know that you can ascend and develop spiritually and in your personal development. And know that this material thing is not what it's all cracked up to be. It's not the worst thing or a bad thing, but it's not the end all be all. You, that spirit, is your end all be all, because it's going to rock with you till your end all be all, you know. So live from the heart and peel back the layers. And I will always say that. And you can be whatever you want to be, whatever your vision, your goal, just keep going at it. Even when you're tired, you know, take a break, rest on it, and build a team. Have people around you. Have people around you who will lift you up. If you're the smartest one out your crew, you need a new one. I'm so serious. You know, be around people who will uplift you and can teach you. And you level up. And then even when you level up, I'm not telling you to just drop your friends. No. But as you raise and you raise your vibration, you will, you know, lose different people out your life, and it's okay. But have different mentors and different people who can assist you on your journey. And have fun. Have fun. Have fun. You know, we could talk about the chakras and energy and vibration and all that, because it all is integrated in this life. We didn't learn about that in school. We didn't learn about our spirit guides and that we have angels and that the divine is within us, you know. Or it's not saying that that knowledge was not there, but a lot of us did not know. You know, growing up, it was just like, I going to church or just hearing, and this could just have been other people's narratives, okay? And it was just like as if like women just had this role just to be like a breeder, you know, or just to have babies and just, you know, be married, and I just was like, nah. Now, I've seen women, like, I've looked up to it, and I'm like, this can't be true. The divine, God is not saying it. Like, God didn't make me just to be a wife or to be a mom, if that's the route that I want to go. You understand? Like, and even if you're a male, you don't have to have kids or be someone's husband. You can live the life that makes you happy, you know? And I think that a lot of people run a lot of narratives to try to control people's minds and to keep people in a low vibration in that victim consciousness. And it's your responsibility to, you know, awaken to who you are. Because when you stay in victim consciousness, you stay on a low vibration. And that's where that alchemy comes in. Because you can take that dense energy and you can transmute it and transcend it. Turn that wound into wisdom, and you move it up. You know, you're expanding your potential, you're executing your dreams and your goals, and all you will not, you know all the time what to do, but if you just take that little step, then you will continue to get guidance. And sometimes you will feel like you're stuck, but that's because you're stuck in your head. Or sometimes, hey, you just may not know, but the only thing you gotta do is go within. But we have to stand up for each other. We gotta uplift one another and just do that inner work individually, and then come out here and let's work together and let's rebuild this nation, like, so seriously. So serious. You know, it ain't the worst, but it ain't the best, and we can do so much better because we have so much power. And we need a balance. You know, we don't need anybody versus anyone. We need to uplift and love one another. That masculine and that feminine energy that we all have within us. It ain't man versus woman, woman versus man, woman versus woman, man versus man. And it's not about that. You know, because there's women that go against each other. And there's men that go against each other. There's women versus man. That's like, no, we may not all agree, but we can all come to a common ground on a higher vibration and scale and stop playing victim. Point blank, period. We can do better for these kids. We can do better for people with mental health. We can try to understand it better, because a lot of times people with mental health, you can't see what they're going through. So some people try to like disregard it, like, oh, they're faking. No. You know, we can help everyone, the elderly people, you know, and just people who may not, middle age, young, you know, everyone. Let's just do better with one another and uplift each other. And like really go hard. And you have a friend, and that's, you rocking with them, and they're going through something. And it's something that affects humanity as a whole, but you may not be in that race or something. You should stand up too, you know, because it affects you, whether you think it doesn't or not. So when we don't stand up for certain things and then it happens to us, you know, and I'm not saying that, I mean, if you truly deeply in your heart don't find something wrong with certain things, you know, that's to everybody's perception and perspective. But if you know something is wrong and dirty, then let's stand up. you know. So that's the end of this video. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.